Hello, my name is Tristan, and I stand here today on the precipice of my future. For 12 years, I have done what so many homeschoolers enjoy doing: waking up, getting ready for school, by walking downstairs in my pajamas. Now, tomorrow is a new day for me, and I am thankful to feel prepared. I won't soon forget my homeschool experience and the place it created to explore my interests, learn about God's creation, and build relationship. I realize there are some things I have never done simply because I'm homeschooled, and I'm okay with that. I wouldn't trade the opportunities my parents have given me for the world. I believe the initial goal my parents set out to achieve in me has been accomplished. I am equipped for life and what comes next. Being homeschooled has been an experience I will always treasure, and that's because it was the foundation of my childhood. When I performed poorly or delayed an assignment, my parents would explain, "It's not the academic work we are worried about, it's your heart. We want you to have a relationship with God and be ready for the hardships of this world." I understand that sometimes the world can be a dark place. This country needs the future generation to remain strong and resilient, empowered by God to fulfill His plan for their lives. That is exactly what my parents have done for me. They poured out their lives, their time, and their love so that I could be the best person I could possibly be when graduating high school. My family, for most of my school days, would start the day reading together on the couch and having a morning devotion. Whether my brother and I were grumpy in the morning or not, our mom would sat us down and told us to prepare our hearts for what God would do in us that day. The most important lessons of my life were not learned in a classroom. They were learned snuggled next to my mom on that couch. To this day, it blows my mind how my mom would read something to us, I would pay little to no attention to it, and it would end up being this amazing, important teaching moment later that day. I tell you, my mom is blessed by God in an amazing way to always teach me an important life lesson just before I end up needing it. That is one of the benefits of spending all day with your mom and dad. They get to upload all their little amazing ideas right to my hard drive. All homeschoolers get asked these questions. Is your mom a trained teacher? How long is your school day? How are you able to socialize if you're home all day? Do you wear your pajamas all day? But what those questions helped manifest in me was that my parents were already giving me everything I needed for life. My purpose, my education, my faith, and my worldview. My character were all things my parents entrusted and laid at the feet of God and asked if He would help them fulfill His plan for me. I am pleased they decided to focus on my heart. I remember the first time someone asked me how I was socialized. It was in a car ride while on a missions trip in Hawaii. I know, tough missions trip. So I knew my parents had regularly been asked, ever since they started homeschooling us, how are they ready for society? How does he make friends? But this was the first time someone had ever asked me directly to my face. Well, this gentleman, my dad, and I were all driving in the car, having a three-way conversation. And when the fact came up that I was homeschooled, the man stopped, turned in his seat, visibly surprised, and said, but you talk so well with me. My dad would have interjected an explanation, I'm sure, but he was laughing too hard. Well, I ended up explaining to him that I get out of the house and socialize with people of all ages every day. I make friends in speech class, sports activities, at youth group, in the neighborhood, in Boy Scouts, and everywhere. My parents were just very intentional about who our biggest influences were and with whom we spent the majority of our time. I often ponder that man's question. It helped me initially realize just how much my parents laid down for me. While some see limitations in homeschooling, my parents realized the unique opportunity it offered our family in their endeavor to focus their attention on me and my brother's hearts. That is the primary reason I am here graduating today, because my parents, coaches, and adult leaders, including the Leemeyers and others, put so much effort into preparing me for a life with the foundation of a biblical worldview and a sense of God's purpose in me. The past 18 years of my life, well, that would be all of my life, have been full. They have been intentional and rich and blessed. As God warned us would happen, I have trials and tribulations and sadness too, but it has been tempered by God's covering and his inexplicable joy. The 12 grades have been an experience that I will carry my entire life. The most significant goals for my parents and for myself have been achieved. I am a man of God, ready to take my place in this world. And I can't thank God and my parents enough for equipping me and preparing me for life. As Forrest Gump says, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That is so true, and I am glad I can feel confident for whatever happens in my life moving forward. My compass is headed in the right direction. I have seen what the world offers, and its logic for believing we are creatures of chance. In my daily life, I have witnessed the power of God working through me and my family, demonstrating how he is the master architect, working and empowering us to live out a full and rich life. Despite our circumstances, he has a unique designer's touch on each of us. I guess I would say, I know how to wear pajamas, but I also know how to wear the armor of God because of what my parents have given me. More than an education, but also the tools and foundation I need to succeed. I can't ever repay them for this vast debt, but I know they don't look at it that way. They would never change what they did to get me to this point, and neither would I. Thank you, Mom and Dad,